Good day, friends. How are you doing today? Let's make it another awesome day today. Let's make it another fabulous day today. I am feeling awesome today because I am meeting you again, friends. We are doing it again. How awesome it is. Today, we are going to discuss the power of focus. People who thrive, most of the time, they have this within them. They focus on where they want to go. They focus on what they want to do, what they do at the time when they do it, when they're doing it. I've seen it most of the time in these people who thrives. And friends, we can do that too. And the good thing is, we know this. We know this. It's a matter of realizing it and recognizing it and doing it. So friends, let's take an example. If it helps for us to understand it and for us to remember this. You know, it says it says that your energy, your time, and sometimes your money, everything goes to what you are focusing on, what you are focusing on, or what you are not focusing on. It's always the truth or the reality is always we are focusing on something. Yeah, we are focusing on something or the other. But what is important is, listen carefully. What is important is focus on the things you want to do. Focus on the things you want to do. Focus on where do you want to go, what you want to become. If you do that, and if you focus on what you are doing to get there, those massive actions you are taking to get there at the time that you are doing it, that's fantastic, friends. That's what they do. That's what the people who thrive. That's what they do. We can do that. You and me can do that. And I can remember one of my friends telling this. He's a racer. He's a auto racing driver. He says when you are on a track, if you want to really fast go, if you want to really win the race, then you have to focus on the track, friends. If you have to focus on the track, what does that mean is you don't have to, or you shouldn't focus on avoiding the wall. Rather avoiding the wall, you focus on the track at that time. By all means, when you're on the track, you can't think about anything else for sure. For sure. You can't think about your home. You can't think about your kid. You can't think about your work. That's why most of the time they do this, because you can get all those distractions away with that speed that you are going. You're focusing on that. But if you really want to win, if you really want to do that really well, then you better focus on the track. You shouldn't even focus avoiding the wall, because when you do that, what happens? You part of your energy goes towards that, and then naturally you will be slowing down because you are trying to avoid it. So you are slowing down. So rather than trying to avoid it, what if wall is there? That's fine. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to hit you by itself. That's fine. It's there. You focus on the track rather. You focus on the track. You focus on the next step. And that way you can really go fast and you can do your best possible. That would help you to win. Let's take another example to remember this. And all the parents, most of the parents know this as well. You know, when your kids, when my kid does this most of the time these days, Elena does this most of the time these days. When your kid, when they climb up a tree, climb up some height, what you shouldn't do is you shouldn't you shouldn't scare them by screaming, "Hey, you can fall down! Don't do it! What are you doing? Don't look at down. It will scare you. Oh, unconsciously or knowingly or unknowingly, what are you doing? You are getting that kid distracted from what the kid is doing. So the kid will get distracted, and kid would rather defocus and rather focus on not falling down. And you are shouting them not to look down, but they will look down and will get scared, or maybe they will try not to fall down, and that would scare it by that itself, and it get a better chance for them to fall down, rather getting getting maybe to the top of the thing that they are climbing, or rather getting stable at the place that they are. So we have learned we shouldn't do that. Rather, we should focus on not to scare them, and then rather encourage them, if you like. "Um, let's go another step forward, let's go another step more, and let's go to the top, if you like, if you have that courage. Let's do that. Let's encourage them, and then, or else at least what you could do is, hey, now you're there. That's great that you went there. That's a great achievement. I'm really proud of you. Fantastic. And now let's try to learn, or let's try to come down as well, if they don't know how to do that, to be frank. If they, most of the time, they know how to come down as well. So if you don't scare them, if you just focus on, or if you could just look at it and just watch it, and 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 be proud as a parent yourself that your kid is doing that. Just watch it, and if you just wait enough, then they would rather come down by themselves. But if you think they're scared, they're stuck there, then what you could do is, you could you could encourage them. Hey, Lina, let's take one step down. You can do this. Let's go into the next step down. Let's go to the next step down. Likewise, they will gradually then come down by themselves. When they learn that, if they don't know how to do that, when they learn that, they will do that by themselves, and they will come down very safely. That has happened, and I will share this with you. I'm really proud to share this with you. So most of the parents know this. But what happens is, when it comes to our lives, sometimes we forget this, because we are all busy. I must admit this. We are busy. We have so many things to do. But the reality is, we can't do all those so many things at the same time. That's why people get more stressed sometimes. People get very stressed. Rather, they thrive, they get stressed, or they get demotivated themselves, trying to do or trying to focus on many things at the same time. Another example, and this is about ourselves, by the way, and this has happened to me some time back, very badly. Go to the workout, go to the gym with all the courage, with all the ambition that of getting more strength to yourself, or getting lose your weight. You go to the gym. I have done this to myself some time back. You go to the gym all with that good faith and good focus. You go there, and then what happens is, you lose the focus. You get distracted. Maybe you start then you maybe you start thinking of, oh my goodness, I forgot to bring that Tom. I should do that after this, after the gym session. Or you may get distracted by that notification coming on the phone about your Facebook post that you have just done before going to the gym. So you will tend to get that and see it, and you will spend. I have done this to myself. You will spend couple of minutes or more minutes on that, and you will lose the whole rhythm that you brought in when you came into the gym. So what I would suggest is, when you are doing the gym, let's focus on that massive action. Let's focus on those reps. Let's give the fullest attention, fullest focus to what you are doing at the time that you are doing it. And in that way, you can get the best results out of that, friends. How awesome that is. And at the end of the day, you will really do that well, and that will get the best result out of the energy that you are spending on that activity and on that action. And then it will get step closer to where do you want to be and become. And after that activity, you can focus on the next activity. So that's how these people who thrive, that's how they operate most of the time of their lives. So friends, today I would suggest for you to realize this again, and let's adopt it to yourself. And this is also in a way a habit, a practice that we should bring in. It is not easy sometimes. So I would encourage, and I would wish you would have that courage to focus on what you want to focus on, and with that you would be able to have a kind of a fantastic life in front of you. And I wish you a very best day today, and also I wish you a very best week ahead.